Brothers, welcome back to Territorial IO. We are starting off today here in a USA 48 map. 26 players are in here. Full sending is allowed. We've picked a spot in kind of Georgia area, and a lot of people came here. We bullied them off, and that was always my intention. I very much am a firm believer that if you can get a good spot, that's even if people go around you, if you stay there, people are going to leave. But if you leave, everyone's going to leave, and then you try and come back, and then everyone's going to have the mindset that we're not going to leave. So we were able to get the spot for ourselves. It's not like an A tier spot by any means. This is B tier at best, but we're going to make the best go out of it. So we do have player 233 over to our left, and that is our closest neighbor. That is someone who's going a little bit he's going very aggressive in his expansion right away. So I'm not sure how much of a threat he's going to be. We have player 591 to the bottom of us, Adolf as well to the bottom left. We have Ottoman Empire and Kingdom over to the top right. Those are our immediate neighbors. Fortunately for us, we are rather strong. We don't get a lot out of the bot or the infinite growth phase, as we were surrounded by a lot of bots, but we can play this well. We do have more troops than just about everybody around us, so as long as we don't waste an absurd amount of troops in this phase, we're going to do pretty well for ourselves. And we still have a good opportunity to grab a lot more bots as we do get an early crown. Now, I don't really want to push my way into the middle too much. Ottoman Empire is being very aggressive with his troops. He only has 5,000. It does look like he's full sending. I might punish, let's just punish that real quick. Take him down a peg. He does get back to 16,000 troops, so we're going to leave him be for the time being. He probably will full send us because of that egregious attack. And let's grab this last spot down here. But we're not concerned with that right now. As long as you just are able to maintain our troops, we're going to be fine. We'll give a truce with you, a truce with you. And do I really want to truce with anybody else? Ottoman Empire does full send on Kingdom. That's a huge opportunity for us, especially because Kingdom is rather weak as well. USSR above him is pretty strong, and I imagine that will be a natural target for him, and indeed it is. So we can give an attack in here, but we do need to be a little bit cautious with our troops as we are nowhere near red interest, and that is pretty pivotal to us. But we are sitting in 7th place, so if we don't grow, we're going to die. Ohio Final Boss, great name by the way. It attacks. We do get attacked by Kingdom. Unfortunately, full synth there and full synth by player 591. So 2 full synths back to back. Very unfortunate start for us, but that's the best we're going to be able to do. We are up into 2nd place though, so it's not all doom and gloom here. And looking around, we have Attack and I Cry. Great name, who has the crown over to the left. We can just sit back here. Let's get a truce with you, even though you're small. I just don't want you conspiring against me at this point. Android user 622 is also offering us a truce. I will accept that. And 233 is going very aggressively into Adolf. This might be a good opportunity to actually take out Adolf. Yeah, he's down to 500,000, and he's getting attacked on 3 fronts, 4 fronts. He does full send into us. Unfortunate, but we will gain more land than we lost, and we will get most of Florida. So all's not lost. We do get player 233's land as well. So a pretty good go for us. USSR did attack me there, but is actually getting attacked himself, and gives me another attack. Very unfortunate. I was hoping he would kind of be an ally that we could count on. But we're going to have to really just kind of be patient here. He does full send. That's super good for us on somebody else besides us. So we do get the crown. Let's try and get a truce with you and a truce with John Cena, the Invisible Man, and just kind of wait this out. We don't have a lot of options. If we get ganged up on, we're going to die. Fortunately, Attack and I Cry takes back the crown. But as you can see, he's got like 4 million troops. That's where we should be. We're nowhere near that. So we just are going to sit back here, be patient little boys. Peru Empire is falling. That's going to increase player 487's strength. Pretty good for us. Now, our natural target is probably going to be John Cena. But the Ohio Final Boss, I believe I've offered him a truce twice, and he has rejected both of those truces. So we are just going to wait on that. He is a pretty good target himself. There is a lot of people around him that might want to attack him, especially as player 420 does go down. He now shares borders with 6 players. So we are hitting red interest. We could go into John Cena, the man, the myth, the legend. Let's go ahead and do that. See if we can. He is offering the truce. No, it's going to be a little bit too late for that. We do have our buddy Android user 622, who's proven to be a valuable ally already, helping us attack Adolf. Now, I do want to be cautious with this because I don't want to eat a 2 million person full send. And nobody else is joining in. There's Blurred. He's helping out the black player. And John Cena full sends him. Wow, big turn of events. Ohio Final Boss. Man, he was on the draw, so is Android user, so hopefully, they weren't just waiting for me to do all the work. But we do have 6 million troops. Let's see if we can get some boys. A lot of people have borders with Ohio Final Boss. Let's see if we can encourage anybody to do this. Now, I am more than happy. Blurred is getting attacked by Ohio Final Boss. I'll take a truce down there. If anybody wants to join in, I will lead the charge. I'm just looking for an emoji at this point of, there's one. That's exactly what we need. Player 487 says, where I'm going in. Attack them, not me, is also in on this. There's player 487 joining in, so that's 2 players in. And there's blood in the water, boys. Blurred's in on this. Roman Invicta's in on this. Android User's in on this. Everybody's in. He full sends attack them, not me. Oh, very unfortunate for him, because that is basically a death sentence at this point in the game. Now, we do have the crown, and this is a very contentious spot that we are in. We could attack Blurred. Blurred is the weakest person that we share borders with. But that will give us borders with Attack and I Cry, and I think at that point, we're going to get ganged up on. We could go and betray player 487. He has been a great ally. Let's try and get a truce with Roma and Victa, at the very least. And maybe attack Blurred just to get in a better position that we could boat over if he starts to go down. I've offered you a truce, brother. Be my friend. Oh, this is connected land. Okay, so I bit off more than I could chew. Let's just hold on to this land, so if Android User joins in, we're not getting bullied off the board in that front. So we'll just be patient here. I don't really want to take out Blurred. I was just trying to get a little bit of land just to kind of have a little bit of a boat over in case Attack and I Cry goes into him. But that is not the case. That is not what developed for us. Very, very unfortunate. Let's try and get a truce with you. I think our only path forward is going through player 487, and he's at a weakened state right now. I'm sorry, brother. I have to do this. I don't think there's any other way I could win this game reasonably without this going through, so we probably will get attacked by Blurred as we do this, but if we can get a bunch of this land, as he's down to 2 million troops at this point, even if he full sends us, it's not going to hurt that bad. Blurred does full send us, exactly what we thought. It does put kind of Android User in between Attack and I Cry and myself, so I'm not that upset about it. All things considered, that was a pretty good turn of events for us. As we do get full sent on by player 487, we get the crown back, and now we are in a very, very winning position. The crown is going, or Attack and I Cry is going into Kaufman. And we have an ally in between us and Attack and I Cry. So what we could do is attack one of them from a position of strength and just kind of hope that we don't eat the full set. Now what I'm thinking is we leave Android User because he's got really good borders. Attack and I Cry's got really good borders on it. And instead, we attack Roman and Victa, especially as he's just attacked Kaufman. So if we can take down Roma and Victa, I think Kaufman might join in, cut off Attack and I Cry, and that would just be a huge, huge net benefit for us. So let's go ahead and do this, start taking him down. This is another man we've offered a truce to, so I don't feel bad about this in the slightest. He never accepted. And now it's kind of a race to see who's going to get their person down first. Attack and I Cry going into Kaufman. Roman and Victa full sends on Android User on his first attack. Oh, very unfortunate for our friend. Let's try and get a truce with Kaufman. And attack and I Cry. And Android User full sends on Attack and I Cry. The broest of bros. Heart on your way out, sir. Thank you for your noble sacrifice. And now we're going to push into Attack and I Cry. Slowly but surely knocking him out. He does full send into us. And we take him out. We'll say GG's to you. Little claps on the way out. And we'll say, okay, good. You accept our truce. Good job to you as well. Good game to everybody involved. We'll look for the peace here. We'll give the big claps on the screen. And then the kissy face for the boys, as is tradition. We'll look for the peace out here, and then we'll move on to the second game. All right, next map up is going to be Black Arena. Once again, experimenting with the longer videos. So just putting in a non-geographical map in the middle. We'll start and end with a geographical map, at least in this video. Let me know what you guys think about that format, as we have a 16-player free-for-all battle here in the Black Arena. And unfortunately, somebody comes in at the last second and kind of corners us. That's going to be a really challenging spot for us, as he's going to probably be a thorn in our side the entire game. But he does offer us the truce, and the truce is what we will take. Let's go ahead and just grow and play the best game we can. We also have Malpo Chick, I believe is how you say it, in the far left. That is the only other player we touch or will be in direct conflict with, at least for the time being. Now, I am very cautious about what Android User is going to do. I'm going to make sure to keep my troops up very high, just in case he has bad intentions, because typically when somebody spawns this late next to you and offers a truce, believe it or not, they don't have good intentions. They fully plan on attacking you, at least in my experience. But We will try and cut him off, at least from the south. That's my going strategy. I don't really want to push into the middle. I'd much rather push directly into the left and right and not necessarily go up, as to kind of protect my borders from potential future attacks. But I will be very aggressive in trying to cut off Android user from being able to go down south, because there's a bunch of bots down there. I feel like that's where my power base is. I know I'm sacrificing some big bots here in the middle, but that's kind of the price we're willing to pay in order to have better positioning. And positioning, I feel like, in the black arena is incredibly important because it is such a small map. So we'll just keep pushing now. Now that Malpo is really making a hard push, we're going to try and grab some of his lands. He's pretty weak on troops, so we'll definitely win these battles and be able to engage in more battles than he is. Because if he tries to keep pace with us, he's going to go down rather quickly. He doesn't have the land or the troops to support his kingdom. And now that we've really kind of established everything that we have down in the south, we'll start pushing up more and grabbing these bots down here. Now, looking up, there is a bot in the middle. So my attack finished on April. I'm actually going to let that stay. I don't want to have borders with that bot and waste my troops. Now, this is a risky maneuver by far, especially as Never Give Up has a bunch of weak people around him and a lot of troops still to get, troops and land still to get. We'll go ahead and grab the smallest border on this. No, we miss out on that altogether. Not the worst thing that's ever happened to us. We do fall to 4th place, but Nabar is in a bad place. He's very much centralized with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people on his borders. Never Give Up is continuously pushing up. The Nut is asking me to attack Nabar. We also have that truce with Android user. He might want to join in on this as well. So let's just be patient, building up our troops. We'll accept that. Nabar is going into this guy, so let's signal the attack is now. Let's go into him. Let's make him pay for his transgressions against nobody but just being in our way, in all honesty. Nut is saying he's angry. He's asking for another truce. Brother, didn't we? Yeah, I can't even offer you the truce, but we have a truce. Because we already have a truce. I don't know why you're throwing up the truce signal. Yeah, he's wanting to say, let's charge. Yeah, we're in this together. We will be friends till the end. Now, this is a dangerous scenario. Nabar now touches borders with the crown, and I'd much rather him attack the crown than... he full sends on the player north of him. Wow, that's a huge turn of events. Let's jump on all this land. We'll see if this gives us borders with the crown. As bot Romak also becomes a bot. This is actually incredibly disastrous for us, as now there's really nobody left. Oh, but Android user full sends. Okay, but what I was saying is there's really nobody left to help fight the crown. The crown is very strong. He's rightfully so, immediately begins attacking me. We'll try and push back. We'll try and get our allies in this. This is going to be a tough battle. He's rightfully attacking the second strongest player, but I don't know if he has the troops to do this. I am going to keep attacking him, even though in this position I typically say shield up. Reason for this is he doesn't have that many troops, and I want to keep his troops low enough that my allies can build up slightly, that they can push him back. So we are going to take a big sacrifice from this. It is going to be a very challenging position for us to win, but as long as we keep him down, and if he just attacks somebody else, we'll have a good chance. But actually, I really want him to just kind of focus on me, focus on the big threat, let my allies build up. Now they have more troops than him, so I can kind of sit back a little bit as he is still aggressively attacking me. They are making gains on this. Now both of them have more troops than he does, so now we can just sit back, build up our troops, and wait for our time to strike. We don't need to be involved in every single attack. We can really start to put the hammer down here as he starts to fall below 5 million. He does give us an attack. I think this is our time. We have a bit of a troop advantage and a way out, and we cannot get caught in the middle of this. So let's really keep pushing here. Nut is really signaling on the push. Everyone's doing a good job. We finally got him on the back foot. And he full sends Malpo. Malpo goes down. He eats the full send, and we get the crown now. Very dangerous situation as we are kind of in the same position Never Give Up was, as we are facing two players who are collectively stronger than us. Let's try and peace out with the boys. It was a well-fought victory, and everyone was on our side, even though somewhere along the way we lost the truce with Nut. So we'll say GG's to all involved and give a kissy face for the boys. We'll vote to peace. Nut is giving the heart, but is asking me to attack Malpo. That is very sus. I'll be honest with you. That seems like he wants to attack me, but he wants to get Malpo in by attacking me. And he does leave the game after attacking us, so we will just bide our time just in case Malpo is going to plan on betraying us as well. Because remember, it only took one player to also truce to end the game, and nobody did it. So we cannot trust Malpo at this point. And there's the betrayal that we were waiting on. But at this point, far a little too late. If they had worked together, they could have won us. I'll give the broken heart, say, brother, we could have ended this together. We had such a great victory, but we'll take you out in fashion. We'll end with our one buddy, the guy we started with from the very beginning, who is we managed to keep around. So GG's to all involved, and we'll go on to the third one. All right, next map up is Caucasia. We have won 2 in a row. Can we make it 3? Now we're starting in a 27-person battle. Full sending is once again allowed, so 3 games in a row with full sending. I'm really not picking the maps as much as I'm just kind of picking what comes up next. Fortunately, a lot of people have left the West alone, so there's only 3 of us here. I'm going to go ahead and assume that the computer spawns somebody in over here because there's just way too much land for the 3 of us. Whoever comes out of this gauntlet alive, oh, and wouldn't you know it, I'm the unlucky devil. Typo starts right below me, so he is going to be a thorn in my side. But he is, fortunately for us, being rather aggressive with his troops, so we might be able to get out of this alive. Yeah, he's doing the full send strat. Not advisable when you're this close to another player, at least in my opinion. But now is our time to infinitely grow, so let's do that. We have the United Federation above us, and then there's another player as well. I'll take a look at him here in a moment, as I really just kind of want to focus in on doing well. I'm also very much considering attacking Typo, but let's go ahead and see if we can cut off north and south by going to the west. And if we can do that, we will put ourselves in a position of danger. Have no fear about that. But if we can grab all of the bots below us, that will be really good. We have HGFD above us. That is going to be our next kind of person will be challenging. But we do have more troops than he does. And so that will be an interesting battle. Let's try and get around him. He seems pretty preoccupied. If he was smart, he would have cut me off, because now I see a bunch of bots up north. And now we can push north and south. Typo is getting bullied by a bot. I don't know if Bot Gary is a bot or not. I don't feel like he is. He's playing very smartly with his troops. So I feel like that's a player. But we'll just keep pushing up north, playing our game. We don't have that much of a lead on troops, but we are being incredibly aggressive with HG, trying to prevent him from being able to cut us off while he tries to cut us off. While we try to cut him off. Those are words we meant to say. Yeah, Bot Gary, not is a player. That is definitely a player. No bot gets up to 100,000 that quickly. So we'll just keep grabbing the land down here. We have the crown by a wide margin. And if we start getting attacked right now, we're going to be fine. Now, great news for us. United Federation is getting attacked by Ottoman Empire, who is a bot. So that is not an opportunity to gang up. HG does attack us, and United Federation attacks him instead. That is a huge opportunity for us. And HG full sends on him. Oh, that is a huge opportunity for us, as now we have so much land. We sit at 120,000 pixels. Bot Gary does leave, recognizing what's going on. We're going to take this opportunity to build up our land. There is no need for us to jump in anything. Bot Gary is not strong enough to do any major attacks against us. Toxic will be, Turkey will be. United Federation still has the Ottoman Empire to worry about, and he's not very strong. Turkey and Toxic both offer truces. Let's, do we take out United Federation and gain a bunch more land? I feel like he's just going to get attacked by Russia and player 760. I would love to have him as a buffer state, but I just don't think he has the troops in order to get that done. Let's keep an eye on him, see if anybody attacks him. And if anybody does attack him, we'll go in on him. But it's perfectly fine for us to take this opportunity to build up our troops, because if we get 4 players that have a combined 6 million troops. Oh, and he does full send on player 760, so we jump on that right away. Give him the heart. He helped us out a lot along the way, and we'll grab this land. Now we sit against Russia, player 760, Turkey, and Toxic. Toxic has 4 million, Turkey 2, 762, Russia 3. This is a dangerous scenario. Toxic is once again offering us the truce. I don't know if I want that truce. Player 760, where did all of his troops go? He just did something crazy. This is a slightly unfortunate maneuver for us, but we have to get this land. Let's go ahead and jump on this opportunity. Turkey does leave and becomes a bot, so we will jump on his land as well. I'm not going to go into the neck of this map, as I don't want to touch borders with Albania. Yeah, he's absolutely huge. We'll let Russia be a stopgate for us as we build up our troops. Now, Albania can boat into us, but we can quickly kick that boat off. We have 200,000 troops. We have the strongest advantage we could possibly have, as long as we get the opportunity to build up our troops. And now that we're at 100%, Albania attacks us. Let's push him off really quickly. Start working our way into Toxic, because Toxic is the gatekeeper to some very weak players in Festive Snake and Japanese Empire. I'm sorry, Toxic. I understood you wanted the truce, but this is my path to victory. I don't really want to take out Albania right now, because that will just strengthen a lot of players, not me. My borders on Albania are not good enough to be able to justify dedicating that many troops into that much, into really not being able to get any land, because if we carved out so quickly, be cut off so quickly, it wouldn't work for us. But he is playing a very unfortunate game with us, making us, at this point, just have to go into him. So let's go ahead and do that. We have very weak borders. He's offering us the truce now. No, it's far too late for that, brother. You can't attack 3 times in a row and then expect the truce. So we'll just keep pushing into him. I imagine the wolves are going to come out here very shortly. The sharks are going to be circling. But let's go ahead and take this opportunity to knock off Japanese Empire, grab some more land before we start taking on bigger threats. As the Russia Empire hasn't picked a side, but if we can get down Albania, I think things are going to look well for us. Festive Snake and Russia are not strong. Kolkata is going to be our biggest person that we really come against after we take out Albania. I'm surprised nobody else has joined in, but I understand the reasoning. Festive Snake has full sent us. That is actually kind of a good thing for us, as it gets another player off our borders, and Albania doesn't even realize, and we get all of the land. Ooh, now the game is in our hand. As long as we play this smart and make sure that we keep up our troops, we're going to be in a winning position. Now, the smartest thing I could do is probably attack Russia instead of going into borders with Calcutta with Russia. Let's take this player out so there's no potential of gang up opportunities, as Albania has left and becomes a bot. Russia now offers us a truce, but I'm not that concerned with it. Indonesia has not attacked us, and as long as he doesn't attack us, I think we're going to keep him around. Albania is just wasting his troops. Indonesia does offer us the truce, and I think that's the truce we're going to take, as Albania is down to 5 million troops. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll work through Albania and then Kolkata and start to finish up this map in style. But very tactical game, very map awareness and watching our borders was the key to victory on this one. And as we do start to wrap things up, we will peace out with our boy Indonesia. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made this far in the episode. If you have made this far in the episode, hey, give it a thumbs up. It helps out a lot. If you're new around here, subscribe for more. I put up videos every day, but boys, I will see you in the next one.